The sky above the dry land was turning dark, even though it was still daytime. Armin looked up slowly, his tired eyes narrowing with fear. He was a poor man, living alone near the edge of a place people feared the most, the Forbidden Forest. No one entered that forest, and those who did never returned. But today was different. Armin had no food left, no money, and no hope. His stomach hurt from hunger, and his body felt weak, so he made a choice, a dangerous choice. He stepped into the Forbidden Forest. At first, everything was quiet. Too quiet. No birds, no sound of life. The trees were tall and strange, their branches twisting like they were alive. The air felt heavy, like something was watching him. Armin walked slowly, holding a small knife in his hand. His heart was beating fast. Every step felt wrong. Suddenly, he stopped. He heard something, a soft movement, like leaves shifting. He turned his head quickly, but saw nothing. Then again, another sound, this time closer. His breath became heavy. Who is there? He whispered, his voice shaking. No answer came, but then he saw them, eyes dozens. No, hundreds of glowing eyes in the darkness between the trees. Armin froze, his body unable to move. The eyes slowly came closer, surrounding him from every side, and then they stepped out. They were not human. They were alien women, tall and graceful, their skin glowing softly in the dark forest. Their eyes were bright, their faces calm but powerful. There were so many of them. At least 200. Armin's knife fell from his hand. He thought this was the end. His legs shook. His mind screamed to run, but he could not move. The women stood around him in silence, watching him closely. Seconds felt like hours. Then something unexpected happened, one by one. They slowly knelt down, all 200 of them. Armin's eyes widened in shock. Why? He whispered, confused and afraid. One of the women stood up and walked toward him. She was different. Her glow was brighter, her presence stronger in her arms. She carried something small. As she came closer, Armin saw it clearly. It was a child, but not a human child. The child's skin shimmered with soft light, and its eyes were closed. It looked weak, like it was dying. The woman stopped in front of Armin and gently held the child toward him. Armin stepped back, scared. "I don't understand," he said softly. The woman said nothing, but her eyes were filled with emotion. The child slowly opened its eyes. They were glowing, but different, not like the others. The child looked directly at Armin, and then it reached out its small hand toward him. Something strange happened. Armin felt a sudden warmth in his chest. Without thinking, he stepped forward, slowly, carefully. He took the child into his arms. The moment he touched it, the child stopped shaking. Its breathing became calm. Glowing light around it softened. The forest itself seemed to relax. All the alien women watched in silence. Shock filled their eyes. None of them moved. None of them spoke, because they all knew one thing. The child had never reacted like this before. Not to anyone. Not even to them. But now, in the arms of a human, it was peaceful. Armin looked down at the child, confused and scared. "Why me?" he whispered. The forest gave no answer, but deep in the shadows, something else was watching, and it was coming closer. Armin stood frozen, holding the glowing child in his arms. His heart was still racing, but something inside him had changed. The fear was still there, but now it was mixed with confusion. The child was warm, soft, and strangely peaceful. It held onto his shirt tightly, as if it did not want to let go. Armin looked around slowly at the 200 alien women. They were all watching him, not with anger, but with hope. This made him even more nervous. "I don't understand. What do you want from me?" he asked quietly. The women did not speak. Instead, they made soft sounds, almost like whispers carried by the wind. Armin could not understand their language, but he could feel their emotions. They were worried, afraid, and desperate. The same woman who had given him the child stepped closer again. She gently placed her hand over her heart, then pointed at the child, and then at Armin. Armin blinked, trying to understand. "You want me to take care of it?" he said slowly. The woman closed her eyes for a moment, as if confirming his words. Armin swallowed hard. "This is crazy," he whispered to himself. He was just a poor human, with nothing, no home, no power, no strength. And now 200 alien women were trusting him with something so important. He looked down at the child again. The small creature looked back at him. Its glowing eyes calm and focused. It made a soft sound, almost like a weak cry. Armin felt something strange in his chest again, a feeling he had not felt in a long time. Care, without thinking, he adjusted his grip to hold the child more safely. The child immediately relaxed. A soft light spread from its body, brighter than before. The women reacted, stepping back slightly. Some of them looked surprised. Others looked relieved. Armin noticed this. "What is happening?" he asked, his voice low. Suddenly, the ground beneath his feet trembled. A deep, distant sound echoed through the forest, like something large was moving. The peaceful silence of the forest was gone. The air became heavy again, darker than before. Alien women instantly changed. Their calm expressions turned serious, alert. Some of them stepped forward, forming a protective circle around Armin and the child. Others looked toward the deeper parts of the forest, their eyes glowing brighter. Armin felt fear rising again. "What was that?" he asked, looking around quickly. No one answered, but he could see it in their faces. Danger. The child suddenly tightened its grip on him, its small body trembling slightly. "It's okay. I'm here," Armin whispered without thinking. The moment he spoke, the child calmed down again. The glow around it became steady. The forest responded once more, as if reacting to the child's state. But then another sound came, louder this time, a cracking noise, like trees breaking in the distance. Armin's breath stopped. Something was coming closer, fast. The alien women began to move quickly now. Some of them climbed the trees with unnatural speed, disappearing into the shadows above. Others lowered their bodies, ready to fight. Their glowing skin dimmed slightly, blending into the dark forest. Armin stood in the center, holding the child tightly. "I think I should leave," he said nervously, taking a small step back. But the moment he moved, the child let out a sharp cry. Its glow flickered violently. The ground shook again, stronger this time. Armin froze. He realized something important. The child did not want him to go, and maybe it could not survive without him. His fear grew, but so did his understanding. "I can't run, can I?" he whispered. The same leading woman looked at him, her eyes serious. She nodded once. That was enough. Armin took a deep breath, trying to calm himself. "All right, I'll stay," he said softly. The moment he said those words, the child's glow stabilized again. A strange calm spread through his body, even in the middle of danger. But the peace did not last long. From the darkness ahead, something moved, a shadow, large and unnatural. Two glowing red eyes appeared between the trees, watching them, waiting. Armin's heart dropped. "What is that?" he whispered. No one answered, but everyone was ready, because whatever was... The red eyes in the darkness did not move at first. They just watched, cold and silent. Armin felt his hands tighten around the child. His breathing became slow and careful. Every sound in the forest had stopped again. Even the wind was gone. The alien women stood ready, their bodies still but tense. They were not afraid, but they were alert. Armin could feel it. This was not the first time they had faced this danger, but something felt different this time. The child in his arms began to glow again, not softly like before. This time the light was stronger, sharper, almost like it was reacting to the presence in the shadows. "Stay calm, please," Armin whispered, not sure if the child could understand. The child looked up at him, its glowing eyes meeting his. For a moment, everything else disappeared. Armin felt a strange connection, like the child could feel his thoughts, his fear, his confusion, and somehow it trusted him. Suddenly, the red eyes blinked, then the darkness shifted. A large shape slowly stepped forward. It was tall, much taller than any of the alien women. Its body was covered in dark, rough skin like stone, long arms, sharp claws, and a face that looked broken and twisted. Armin's body went cold. The creature let out a low, deep sound like a growl mixed with a whisper. The ground trembled with each step it took. "It's coming," Armin said quietly. The alien women reacted instantly. A few of them jumped down from the trees, landing silently. They formed a wall between the creature and Armin, their glowing eyes now bright and focused. The leading woman stepped forward, raising her hand. A soft energy appeared around her, like a shield of light. The creature stopped, just for a second. Its red eyes shifted, moving past the women, directly to Armin, or more specifically, to the child. It had no interest in anything else. Armin felt it clearly. "That thing, it wants the child," he whispered. The child suddenly held him tighter. Its glow flickered, unstable again. "No, stay with me. It's okay," Armin said quickly. He didn't know why he was saying these words, but somehow they worked. The child's glow became steady again, and then something unexpected happened. A small wave of light spread from the child's body. It moved outward like a soft pulse. The moment it touched the alien women, they seemed stronger. Their glow increased. Their stance became firmer. Even the creature paused, as if it felt something. Armin's eyes widened. "It just helped them," he whispered. The leading woman looked back at him. For the first time, there was clear emotion in her eyes. Respect, understanding. Now Armin realized something important. The child was not just weak, it was powerful, but unstable, and somehow he was the only one who could keep it calm. Without him, the power could go out of control, or worse, disappear completely. The creature suddenly roared, louder this time. The forest shook violently. The alien women moved forward together, attacking. As one, they were faster than Armin could see clearly. Light and shadows clashed in front of him. The sound of impact echoed through the trees. Armin stepped back, holding the child close. His heart was racing again. He wanted to run, to escape this nightmare, but he couldn't, not anymore. He looked down at the child. The small being looked back at him, calm but aware. "You need me." "Don't." "You," Armin said softly. The child made a quiet sound, almost like agreement. That was enough for him. For the first time in his life, Armin felt needed, not for his strength, not for his skills, but simply for being human. The battle in front of him grew more intense. The creature was strong, pushing the women back slowly, but they did not fall. They stood together, protecting him, protecting the child. Armin took a deep breath. "I don't know why I'm here, or why you chose me," he said quietly, "but I won't leave you." The moment he said that, the child's glow became brighter than ever before. A strong light surrounded both of them. Even the creature stopped again this time. Not from confusion, but from caution, because now something had changed, and it could feel it too. The human was not just holding the child anymore. He was becoming part of its power. The creature's red eyes burned brighter as it stared at Armin and the child. It no longer looked at the alien women. They were not its target anymore. Armin felt that truth deep in his chest. "It's coming for us," he whispered, his voice low and tense. The child in his arms began to shake again. Its light flickered wildly, not calm like before. This time, it was scared. "No, stay with me, please," Armin said quickly, holding it closer. But the fear in the air was too strong. The creature suddenly moved. Faster than before, in one powerful leap, it crashed into the ground closer to them. The impact shook the forest. Trees bent, leaves fell, and dust filled the air. The alien women reacted instantly. They rushed forward, trying to stop it again. Their glowing bodies moved like light through the darkness. But this time, The creature was ready. It swung its massive arm, sending several of them flying back. A loud cry echoed as they hit the trees. Armin's eyes widened in shock. "They can't stop it," he said, fear rising in his voice. The protective line was breaking. The creature stepped forward again, slow but unstoppable. Each step felt heavier, stronger, like nothing could stand in its way. The leading woman stood again, even after being pushed back. She raised both hands this time. A stronger energy formed around her, brighter than before. She let out a sharp sound, calling the others. The remaining women gathered beside her. Together they created a wall of light. It stretched across the space between the creature and Armin. For a moment, it worked. The creature stopped again, its body pressing against the glowing barrier. The light flickered, shaking under pressure. Armin watched, his heart pounding. Maybe they can hold it," he said softly, but deep inside, he knew the truth. This would not last. The child suddenly let out a louder cry. Its light exploded outward in a sudden burst. The forest reacted violently. The ground cracked slightly. The trees trembled. Armin struggled to keep his balance. "What is happening?" he said, panic in his voice. The child's power was growing again, but this time it was unstable, too strong, too wild. The barrier in front began to weaken. The alien women looked back, worried now. They were not afraid of the creature. They were afraid of losing control of the child. Armin realized something important. The child was reacting to fear, and the more danger it felt, the more dangerous it became. No, listen to me," Armin said quickly, looking down at the child. He tried to calm his own breathing. He closed his eyes for a second, then spoke again. Slower this time. "It's okay. I'm here. You're safe." The child's glow flickered again, still unstable, but slightly calmer. But the creature saw its chance. With a powerful roar, it pushed forward. The barrier shattered into pieces of light. The alien women were thrown back again, this time harder than before. Armin stepped back, his legs shaking. There was nothing between him and the creature now. No protection, no wall, no time. "Run." A weak voice came from one of the fallen women. Armin heard it clearly. "Run. Take the child." His body reacted instantly. He turned slightly, looking toward the deeper forest. A chance to escape, a chance to survive. But then he felt it. The child's grip tightened again, stronger than before, almost like it was begging him not to leave. Armin stopped. His mind was screaming at him to run, to save himself, to leave this place and forget everything. But his heart refused. He looked back at the child. Its glowing eyes were locked onto him, full of fear, but also trust, complete trust. Armin's breathing slowed. The fear was still there, but something else grew stronger, a decision. He turned back to face the creature, his legs still shaking, but his grip steady. "I'm not running," he said quietly. The creature stopped for a moment, as if surprised. A weak human standing in front of it, not running, not hiding. The alien women slowly looked up, shocked by his choice. Armin took one step forward, then another, placing himself fully between the creature and the child. "If you want the child," he said, his voice still shaking, "you'll have to go through me." For a moment, everything went silent again. The forest held its breath. Even the creature paused, staring at him. Then slowly, it began to move again, this time directly toward him. The creature moved forward, slow but unstoppable. Each step shook the ground beneath Armin's feet. The red eyes were locked on him, filled with hunger and purpose. Armin did not move back this time. His legs were shaking, his heart was pounding loudly in his chest, but he stayed where he was, holding the child tightly. The child's glow began to rise again, not wild like before, but deeper, stronger, almost like it was responding to Armin's courage. "I won't let you take it," Armin said, his voice low but steady. The creature let out a deep growl. Then suddenly, it attacked. Its massive arm swung toward him with Terrifying speed. Armin closed his eyes for a second. But before the attack could reach him, a flash of light appeared. One of the alien women jumped in front of him. She blocked the attack with her body. A loud impact echoed. She was thrown aside, hitting the ground hard. Armin's eyes opened wide. "No," he whispered. The woman did not move. The others rushed forward again, attacking the creature together. Their movements were fast, their light sharp and bright. They struck from all sides, trying to push it back. But the creature was too strong. It roared and spun around, sending them flying again. The forest shook with every clash. Armin stepped back slightly, holding the child close to his chest. The child was glowing brighter now, its small hands gripping his clothes tightly. "Stay with don't be afraid," Armin said, trying to stay calm, but deep inside he was terrified. He had never faced something like this before. He was just a human, nothing special, or at least, that's what he believed. The battle in front of him was getting worse. More of the alien women were falling, their light fading as they hit the ground. They were strong, but they were losing. Armin looked around quickly. "There has to be something I can do," he said, but he had no weapon, no power, only the child in his arms. Then suddenly, the child looked up at him. Its glowing eyes were different now, stronger, clearer, almost like it was trying to tell him something. Armin felt that strange connection again, a warm feeling spreading through his chest, like the child was sharing its strength with him. What do you want me to do?" he whispered. The child's glow spread slowly, moving from its body into Armin's arms, up to his chest. Armin gasped softly. He could feel it. Energy, not painful, but powerful. His body felt lighter, stronger. The fear inside him began to fade, replaced by something new, confidence. The creature noticed this change. It stopped attacking for a moment. Its red eyes narrowed, focusing completely on Armin now. It understood something. The human was not just holding the child anymore. He was connected to it, and that made him dangerous. The creature roared louder than ever before, then charged straight toward him. Faster than before. Armin did not step back this time. He stood still, holding the child close. "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere," he said. The energy around him grew stronger, a soft light forming around his body. The alien women, still standing, looked at him in shock. They had never seen this before, a human using the child's power. The creature reached him in seconds, raising its claw to strike. But just as it attacked, Armin moved, not away, but forward. He stepped into the attack, and a burst of light exploded from him and the child together. A powerful wave spread across the forest. The creature was hit directly. It let out a loud, painful roar. Its body was pushed back, sliding across the ground. Trees cracked and broke behind it. The forest fell silent again. Armin stood there, breathing heavily, still holding the child, the light around them slowly fading. He looked down at his hands, shocked. "Did I just do that?" he whispered. The child looked up at him, calm again, almost happy. But the moment did not last long. From the distance, another sound came, not one, but many, low growls, spreading through the forest. Armin's heart dropped again. He looked up slowly. The creature he pushed back was still there, but now it was not alone. More red eyes appeared in the darkness, dozens of them, watching, and then a deep voice echoed through the forest, cold and dangerous. "The human. He is the key." The deep voice echoed through the forest again. "The human. He is the key." Armin felt a cold chill run through his body. The red eyes in the darkness did not move. But now he understood something important. They were not just watching. They were waiting for the right moment to strike. Armin held the child closer, his grip firm but careful. "What do they mean?" "The key," he whispered. The alien women slowly gathered around him again. Those who could still stand moved closer. Their bodies were tired, their light weaker than before. But their eyes were filled with something stronger now, trust. The leading woman stepped forward. She looked directly at Armen, her expression serious. Then she did something unexpected. She placed her hand gently on his shoulder. A soft glow spread from her touch, and suddenly, Armen felt something inside his mind, images, feelings, memories that were not his own. He gasped softly as the vision became clear. He saw the child, not weak, but powerful, surrounded by light that could shape the forest itself. He saw the alien women protecting it, raising it, caring for it. But something was wrong. The child's power was unstable. It would grow, and then collapse, again and again, as if something was missing. Then the vision changed. Armen saw humans, not many, but different, their presence calm, balanced, their energy steady, and then he understood humans had something rare, something the alien race did not have: a natural balance, a way to control and calm the child's power. Without that, the child would destroy itself, or worse, become something dangerous. The vision faded slowly. Armen took a deep breath, his mind racing. So, that's why, he said quietly. The leading woman nodded slowly, her eyes soft now, filled with hope. You need me to keep it stable, Armen said again. She nodded. Armen looked down at the child. The small being was calm again, its glow soft and warm. It trusted him completely, not because he was strong, but because he was human. A strange feeling filled Armen's chest, responsibility. He was no longer just trying to survive. Now, someone needed him. An entire race was depending on him. The forest suddenly shook again, stronger than before. The red eyes began to move slowly, but together, they're coming, Armen said, his voice serious now. The alien women stepped back slightly, forming a circle around him and the child. They were ready. Even in their weakened state, they would fight until the end. But this time, they were not alone. Armen looked around, then back at the leading woman. I don't know how to fight, he said honestly. She looked at him calmly, then placed her hand over his and the child's. A soft light connected all three of them. Armen felt the energy again, but this time, it was clearer, controlled, like a calm river instead of a wild storm. Stay close and trust it, he whispered to himself. The child's glow slowly spread again, this time flowing gently into Armen, not forcing, not burning, just sharing. Armen closed his eyes for a moment, focusing. His breathing slowed, his fear faded. When he opened his eyes again, something had changed. They were steady now, focused, ready. The first of the creatures stepped out from the darkness, then another, and another. Dozens of them surrounded the clearing, all with glowing red eyes, all focused on one thing, the child and the human holding it. The leader of the creatures stepped forward, larger than the others. Its voice echoed again, deeper this time. Give us the child, and we may let you live. Armen did not answer immediately. He looked down at the child, then back at the creatures, his hands no longer shaking, his voice calm. No, he said simply. The forest fell silent for a moment. Even the creatures seemed surprised. The leader tilted its head slightly. A weak human, refusing, it said slowly. Armen took one step forward, the light around him and the child growing stronger. I'm not weak anymore, he said. The alien women watched him, their eyes wide with belief. The child's glow pulsed in sync with his heartbeat, human and alien, connected, balanced, ready. The creatures let out a loud, unified roar. The ground trembled violently. The final battle was about to begin. The roar of the creatures shook the entire forest. The ground trembled, the trees bent, and the air felt heavy with danger. Armen stood in the center, holding the child close to his chest. The soft glow around them was no longer weak. It was steady, strong and alive. The alien women formed a circle behind him, their bodies tired, but their eyes filled with determination. They were ready to give everything, but this time, they were not the ones leading. All eyes were on Armen. A human who had walked into the forest as nothing and now stood as their last hope. The leader of the creatures stepped forward, its red eyes burning like fire. "This ends now," it said, its voice deep and cold. Armin took a slow breath. He looked down at the child. The small being looked back at him, calm and fearless, for the first time. It was not afraid. "I'm here," Armin whispered softly. The child's glow answered him, growing brighter. The connection between them became stronger than ever before. It was not just energy now. It was trust. It was bond. It was something deeper than both worlds. Suddenly, the creatures attacked all at once. They rushed forward like a dark wave. The forest filled with movement, sound, and chaos. The alien women jumped into battle again, fighting with everything they had left. Their glowing forms clashed against the darkness, but Armin did not move from his place. He stood still, holding the child, focusing. "Stay with me," he said quietly. The child's glow spread through his body, but this time, Armin guided it, not with fear, but with calm. The light around them expanded slowly, forming a shield. The first creatures reached him. They struck the light, but were pushed back instantly. The shield held strong. Armin stepped forward, one step, then another, each step stronger than the last. The light moved with him, growing wider, brighter. The creatures hesitated. They had never seen this before, a human controlling such power. The leader roared in anger. "Destroy him," it shouted. More creatures rushed toward Armin, but this time he was ready. He raised one hand slowly, and the light responded. A powerful wave burst outward, striking everything in its path. The creatures were thrown back, their dark forms crashing into the trees. The forest lit up like day for a moment. Armin's breathing became heavy, but he did not stop. He looked at the child again. "We can do this together," he said. The child's glow answered him, brighter than ever before. The alien women saw this and stepped back. They understood now. This battle was not theirs to finish. It was his. The leader of the creature stepped forward one last time, its body damaged but still standing. "You cannot win," it growled. Armin took a final step forward, his eyes calm, his body steady. "I'm not alone," he said. The light around him and the child rose higher, stronger than anything before. Human and alien power, fully connected, in perfect balance. The final moment came. The creature charged. Armin did not move away. Instead, he stepped forward into it and released everything. A massive burst of light exploded across the forest, brighter than the sun, stronger than any force before. The ground shook. The trees bent low. The creatures let out one final cry, and then silence. The light slowly faded. The forest returned to calm. The red eyes were gone. The darkness had disappeared. Armin stood there, breathing heavily, still holding the child, safe, alive. The alien women slowly approached, their eyes filled with emotion, relief, respect, and something more. They knelt before him once again, but this time it was different. This time it was not confusion. It was acceptance. Armin looked around, still trying to understand everything. I didn't do this alone," he said softly. The leading woman stepped closer. She gently placed her hand over his heart, then over the child, then bowed her head. Armin understood. He was one of them now, not by blood, but by bond. The child looked up at him, its glowing eyes soft and warm. Then it made a small sound, a single word. "Father." Armin froze for a moment, then slowly he smiled, a real smile, something he had not felt in a long time. He held the child closer, looking at the peaceful forest around him, a place he had once feared now. It was his home. A human entered the forest as a stranger, but stayed as their protector.